about 20 years ago at this house, 25 now, closer to 30. This was actually a really great community. You can tell by the structure of the house. It's a very sound house. This was a very up-and-coming community. Well, about 30 years ago, 2 intruders were viciously murdered and mutilated, really sick stuff, and it brought down the housing prices something fierce, and they've never quite recovered. As you can tell, a lot of these houses have fallen into blatant disrepair. Yeah, so just a shock to this community. The McAllister family, oh man, most of the family grew up to be fine people. The dad turned out to be a mafioso, but that son just mutilated those bodies. I look at the pictures every night before bed. Some people have described the big event as something out of a Manson murder. Others have said it was so bad the police couldn't eat for days later when they found those 2 intruders' bodies. You can see an artist's recreation of these events in the film from 1990, Home Alone. But viewer discretion is very advised. We're gonna actually make one last pass here and just look at this. Something of a modern Castle Transylvania right here. The Dracula of Illinois, they said.
Rip in peace.
Rip in peace. Yet another location from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This is where they took Cameron after he lost his mind. He laid on this wall here. They had to stop filming early though, because the actor who played Cameron actually fell off and broke his neck and was a lifetime paraplegic after that, only appearing digitally in the movie Twister. Never to be heard from again.
How could they expect me to go to work on a day like today? Look at this. It's the expected place.
If you shove a lump of coal up my ass, it'll be a diamond a week.
Grace! Grace! Charlie Sheen was in that movie.
Mm-hmm. What are you in here for?
So here we are, location number 16, Funky Bunch's friend's house from the classic film Funky Bunch Day Off. Let's check a look.
And if you remember that scene, it's where, the spoiler alert, the car flies out the back of the house when they have the car in reverse to take miles off of it. But yeah, right over here, this is the forest where the car fell out of. It actually scared some of the neighbors. Some of the neighbors were frightened by it. And if you look there, there's the ghost of a young woman out in the front yard. Maybe the ghost of that car, because the car was known to be possessed. That's where they got the idea from Christine, the movie that came out 5 years before. So if you know your film timelines, that's canon.
So here we are, the filming location of Funky Bunch's Day Off. This is the part where Funky Bunch himself drives up in the Ferrari to pick up his girlfriend.
He's got the hat, the trench coat.
Jeffrey Jones, the toucher, is here.
Yeah. So
He stood right up there. Right there. He was not a toucher at that point.
No, he's not.
Maybe.
Mate, the jury's out.
We're gonna be sued for libel. Like Kaiju Vlogs versus Jeffrey Jones.
Oh my god. What happened?
They just don't make schools like this anymore. You know, with this chemistry department, this is where they actually discovered that with the right catalyst, you can actually get some kind of carbon compounds, let's say coal. And if you put it in the right atmosphere, at the right temperature, in the right host, that coal can actually be turned into a diamond. The catalyst, you know, they tried different things. They found the best result was in an individual known as Cameron. So, discovered right here at this school. But they never get any of the credit for it. Did they win a Nobel Prize for it? No. But did it become the best line of dialogue in the film? We'll let you decide.
So Louis Big Nose, where are we?
Well, we're at where 5 students, teens, were brought in March 1985. Or was it 84? It was 85. 84. The 80s. Who can remember them? If you do, you weren't there. And on one Saturday, these 5 teens, a jock, a princess, a troublemaker, a nerd, and an absolute freak, spent their Saturday in this establishment. And when they left, they were changed forever until they went to college. The Breakfast Club, right behind these doors. Now the only people meeting here on Saturdays are criminals, because it's now a jail. And depending on how today goes, I may get a tour of the inside. Thank God you're back. I thought you forgot about me. Grab these stairs. This is where they entered on that Saturday and they exited on that Saturday.
I wanna be an Air Force Ranger, blah, 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 blah.